Hi, everybody. I know that this review should have been posted 2 weeks ago. And the reason why it hasn't been posted, if I'll just say this because I'm not sure how many people watching this review know me on social media or know me personally, but like I saw this movie about 16 days ago, and I was planning on doing a review of it, but that Sunday I didn't get around to doing it for reasons I really can't remember. And then last Sunday I was working and I felt kind of tired and I didn't really want to sit around and talk about a movie that I was yeah, and there have been other times I could have done this, but I kind of wanted to get back to doing this thing on a Thursday. And I have rambled on for over a minute about why I haven't really done this review as soon as I said I would. And much like the last review, I am doing this right after I showered on a Sunday night. So, here we go. So this review, if you, well, you probably read the link down here. Um, this is a review on Marvel's latest addition to the cinematic universe, Black Panther. And much like a lot of these Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, I didn't really read the comic going in. The only Marvel superhero that I really read the comics about was Spider-Man, and Spider-Man had his own franchise even before Spider-Man Homecoming. And that's actually a very important point in this review that I'm going to make in a second. Um, so I'm not really sure how much this connects to the original comic, but I will say this. I thought that one of the biggest sells in this movie is the villain and the relationship with the villain and the hero. And to go over the basic plot, as you saw in Civil War, the king of this African nation, Wakanda, has been killed, and it is now up to that king's son, T'Challa, to become the king of Wakanda and lead his people. But what the prince does not know, there is a relative of his that his father killed, and that relative's son has been walking around with a bunch of anger and attitude and wanting to get revenge. And Killmonger, the villain's name, is after T'Challa to seek vengeance for his father and for being abandoned, and to convince T'Challa that Wakanda shouldn't be kept hidden and that they could actually help fellow African Americans who are being prejudiced and pushed around and is all around treated unequally all over the world. And honestly, that central conflict of T'Challa wanting to honor the memory of his father, wanting to do right, wanting to be a good prince and a good hero, you can really see the conflict. And they really dedicate a lot of time when T'Challa finds out the truth about his father. It really hits him hard. I mean, this is a young man who grew up honoring his father, seeing his father as a decent and respectable man, and then to find out his dark past like that. They really do a good job at representing how crushed and how emotionally destroyed and confused you can be after coming across that kind of a revelation. And even though Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan, who you may know from Creed and the Fantastic Four movie that didn't do well, but it was still a recent movie. I'm pretty sure some people remember. Um, he really knocked it out of the park. Because I mean, he's got a lot of conviction. He's very charismatic, and even though his means of getting this point across are very misguided, you can tell that he's trying to do something that's actually good. It's like the good intentions are there. It's just the means in getting them across is what makes him ultimately a bad guy. It's just the way he carries himself. The fact that he's willing to kill and murder people standing in his way to get what he wants. Yeah, there's other ways to fight for equality that don't involve axing off people. And so that's actually a really good thing. And another thing that I really find noteworthy about Black Panther, to me, this is the best Marvel movie we've gotten since Civil War. I would say Deadpool, but Deadpool's not a part of the cinematic universe, and it came out before Civil War. Civil War, honestly, that was a great movie. It introduced a lot of characters, and with Black Panther, it there were some jokes with it, but it was played more straight and was played more serious. And that was kind of my problem with Spider-Man: Homecoming and Thor: Ragnarok in particular. I felt like the comedy was just it worked out better in Spider-Man: Homecoming, but in Thor: Ragnarok, it seemed like I know I'm in a minority on this, but I felt like they were very desperate. They were trying to put a million jokes into the movie, and it just got really annoying and forced after a while. But here in Black Panther, they do have some jokes. They do have some funny moments, but they feel more natural. And there's there was like a couple jokes near the end that I kind of was like, okay, you probably should just cut that, but the jokes didn't overstay their welcome. They were worth it, and it was kind of like the first Iron Man movie where it's like, yes, we're gonna have some dark scenes, yes, we're gonna have some harsh moments, but we're not gonna shy away from something goofy for comedic effect. So I think Black Panther is a really good movie, and I think as a film that I guess is supposed to stand as the final film before Avengers Infinity War, I think Black Panther definitely pounces on its opportunity and delivers. See ya.